Hello friends, enemies, and those undecided. Overdue for sharing progress on Age of the Deep. We've got features, gameplay, art, models, and sound effects to get through, so let's dive right in. There's one thing I hadn't made yet that so many other open world games have. No, not mounts. A world map. That zooms and scales and gives you things to click on and makes you go, ooh, ah. That's how it starts, and then before you know it, I went and made one. Getting this to work with the gamepad was a challenge. Had to do a lot of vector math I'd never done before. Luckily, the asset for the inventory system had a way to track the mouse cursor, and that made it a little bit easier to get it working with the gamepad. Mouse and keyboard was fairly straightforward. There's plenty of tutorials for that, but the gamepad was a nightmare. And then what's a good map without a fast travel system? So I made these anchors. Approaching them marks them as discovered, and walking up to it activates it and marks it as unlocked. That way, if a trench or an island is farther than you want to swim to, all you have to do is have discovered its anchor. Which is nice when you just want to, like, click on a button instead of swimming. But I actually like swimming in my game. So here we are on a platform that would be somewhere, but now here I'm swimming because that's what I like to do. Just going to get up here on this island here and activate this anchor. And the VFX is a placeholder, as are the anchors themselves, until I get Cindy to do the actual ones that are going to fit the style of the game. And the VFX is purely for letting you know you've unlocked it fully. And you see me talk about the mage and the warrior a lot. I had been neglecting the rogue while I worked out how to do the dialogue for her. I always had that doubt about pulling that off, but now that we know how we are going to do that, it was time to start investing in her a little bit. So I began to work on her combat and movement, and I found a few issues with the animation graph that were carryovers from the mage's animation graph, and that created some hard reference issues, which I've been dealing with for a while anyway. And I fixed those inside the animation graph. Then, because I must hate myself, I wanted to make one of her abilities be a multi-target warp strike, which was not like anything I had done with the ability system before. The mage is AoE, the warrior single target. Pretty straightforward abilities that became the cornerstone of that system, but wanting something different than those required some additional work and late nights of drinking coffee to wrap my head around the problem. I spent a few weeks testing and refining before I eventually got it working. Now she's a powerhouse that can stand on her own with unique abilities and playstyle. I can't wait to get her model done. I mean, right now she's still just Mori's basic model, but I'm looking forward to getting the unique ones per the characters. Speaking of art, we also got some environment art done from Sarah. This is a gorgeous piece right here showcasing Mori swimming through a mermaid village in a shallow area of the ocean. I'm a visual person. Blocking out things is touch and go unless I have something to look at. That's what this is. In addition to having this blueprint for doing a layout, this provides so many things to get modeled by the 3D artist. From the buildings, the stairs carved into the rocks, the sea lanterns, the stone tables, the seaweed vase, the coral vine bent around and tied down to make a fence. All of this is going to eventually make it into the game. I know what you're thinking. Stairs in an underwater game doesn't make sense. But you got to remember, much of the mermaid's territory used to be above the ocean surface. There's remnants of who they used to be scattered throughout. That includes reminders that their ancestors were humans. In addition to the environment art, we worked on a new NPC for the game. I've been writing her background for the last few months, and it's been a lot of fun writing this particular character. CMC did an amazing job on the art design for her. She's just dripping personality from her clothing choices to her trinkets that she keeps on her person to remind herself of where she's come from and also maybe to show the things she's stolen. This took probably a little over a month to go from all the sketches to the final design after all of the artboard stuff was put together. We'll talk more about Kaylani in the future. I've already got a voice actor working on some lines for her, and I'm excited to hear how that goes. It's been a lot of fun writing this character. The 3D artist loved the environment art so much that she took a break from working on a model to go ahead and give me the placeholder for the fence here. This section replaced the standard cube that I was using, and I've got to say this already looks so much better. Cindy's working on quite a few models for me right now, so I'll be keeping her busy as I pivot to getting these assets made. Speaking of making things, I did say my goal for this year was to get all the sound effects that I think I might need. Michael's been hard at work on the sounds for the player characters for the last few weeks. We've got some pew-pew, some swishes, and some swoops and dashes. I'm sure I'm going to need way more than I think I need, but we're in good shape so far for the year. That gets everyone up to speed on the progress. Hope you all have a lovely week ahead of you. Go play some indie games. We're going to be hard at work on Age of the Deep.